lights out.
Balls.
Containers.
Yeah, balls. Balls, 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 balls.
Yeah.
I've never seen any of the Back to the Futures.
Well, Back to the Future's a lot of... Dude, you did not just
You
say
haven't?
that right now.
I don't think I've ever told you that. I think I was
Are
always,
you fucking kidding
I
me?
think I was
That's
always scared
tough.
to tell you. And it just came out like
Dude.
on a whim.
I can recite it for you right now if you would like.
I need like the full screenplay. Like I need you to describe like what was happening too.
Oh, and I've seen Men in Black.
Men in
You
Black,
haven't seen
Spielberg?
You haven't seen any of the Jurassic Parks?
No.
Me either.
None of
None of the
I've only
original
seen
ones.
the first one.
None
It's
of the
really
original
good,
ones.
but
To fill in our listeners, we are talking about how I have seen very few of the Steven Spielberg movies.
Two
I've
of them.
Only seen.
Oh my god, you've
E.T..
never seen Ready Player One?
No.
Dude, a lot of people say that movie like sucks, but I actually really liked it.
I've seen E.T., Raiders of the Lost Ark, Back to the Future, Super 8.
Well, Back
and
to the
Men in
Future-
Black.
So you've seen 5.
Yeah.
Let me see that list.
Back to the Future is like Robert Zemeckis too. Like I want to
Oh,
kill.
that's true. Yeah, I'm not sure how much Spielberg did.
I mean, Spielberg was involved, but
2. I've definitely seen less than you.
have?
actually,
Yes.
Huh. Oh, Tintin. I love that movie.
Spielberg used to be my favorite director, but
3.
that's like as a kid.
3. I've seen Poltergeist. 4.
I need to look this up. I need to get this list up.
Oh, you've never seen Gremlins? 5.
Gremlins is fire.
Grammys.
Steve.
Jurassic World, I saw 6.
That does not count. That's definitely wrong. There's no way he directed
Roger Rabbit,
that.
7. I've seen 7.
Roger
I've seen
Rabbit is
half.
such a good movie,
I've seen
dude.
half of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
If you, oh my
It's a
god,
good movie.
I feel like
the
you
main
really
character,
like
the
it.
lady character.
Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah, she's bad.
Seen.
I know. Yes.
Jessica
I,
Rabbit's
I
bad.
remember Jessica Rabbit.
There's no rabbit. There's no rabbit hotter than my first ever crush though, Mrs. Lola Bunny.
Lola Bunny.
They massacred her though. She was
Anyone
ruined.
See that new
You've
Space
never
Jam
seen
movie?
the Goonies?
No, I have. Goonies is on my list.
Oh,
I saw it at a drive-through. I don't really see the appeal.
You guys have never seen Hook?
No.
Bro, it's one of those movies that's like, it's really not that great, but like it's such a weird concept that it's like good.
It's what is
Yeah.
it? It's just
Is it him like being a good guy or something like that?
It's no, it's not even. It's just called. It's Peter Pan like grows up, but then he goes back to Neverland to rediscover the whole like
lore.
Well, he like to find himself, like find like the kid in him again,
okay,
kind of.
Okay.
And it's actually really good.
Might have to add it to my list.
might
maybe.
have to check it off.
Check. Okay. There are lots of movies in the movie theater that I'm very excited for.
There's
coming
so
soon.
many.
So, like an insane amount.
I don't know if I have time to watch them all.
I
Like, it's
definitely
so-
don't.
You have the James Bond movie, which I really want to see. You have
Dune.
Dune.
Dune
You
is
have
the one I'm
new
most
Wes
excited for.
Anderson.
Me too. The new Wes Anderson movie.
Venom.
Is great
I don't know if
too.
I'll ever get around to watching Venom, but
I don't,
that's
think,
it.
I don't think I want to. Venom.
Yeah.
That song better be in
Um,
it.
And you got
Last Night in
Last
Soho.
Night in Soho. Yes.
And also, World of Gucci coming out in November, which I actually do. I want to see in theaters.
And
Oh,
then
yeah,
the
and
Marvel
then Eternals.
movies.
Eternals comes out on the 5th.
Oh my.
That movie's gonna be ass.
It looks really
Like,
bland.
It does look
It
really
literally
bland.
looks-
like, bro, who are they fighting?
Thor: The
They're
Dark
fighting. Yeah.
World.
They're fighting like animated nerds. Animated CGI.
Redditors.
Monster nerds.
Alien Redditors.
Alien Redditors.
That's straight up gonna be up there with like Thor: The Dark World.
Holy
is the most
shit! I can't
boring.
believe this has never been
Okay.
a meme. Alien versus Redditor.
Write that down.
Okay.
Write that down. Write that
Honestly,
down.
Thor: The Dark World's not even that bad.
Like as a movie or as a Marvel movie?
Well, as a Marvel movie.
That is the wrong
Technically,
opinion.
if you compare Marvel movies to like other movies, most of them are shit.
Oh, definitely.
Like
definitely.
the writing in those movies suck if you really
it's
like
so
look at it.
Yeah, they do.
formulaic.
It
Is that a
is.
word?
Yeah, yes,
They're
1000%.
all follow the exact same thing.
No,
Yeah,
that's what I
kinda.
felt.
That's why Infinity War is the best one. Is
I
because
really
it's different.
like-
So different.
I really like Shang-Chi,
I did too.
but
But
I
it's the
really
same-
did.
it
but
falls
it is
right-
so,
It's so basic.
It's
formulaic.
basic. It's basic.
I'm
It
running
fits
that
right
with
into
that
the
word.
Black Panther
Same
level
with-
like storyline.
Same
Black
with all-
Panther is a terrible movie too.
I don't agree with that,
I
but
think
Like
it's,
a call, like oh,
Yeah,
I'm white, so I
it's-
can't say that. But like,
it's
That's
very,
not the reason. Like, I think it's great for the African American culture, but as a movie and as a Marvel movie,
I think
it is so boring. Killmonger is the only good part of it.
I think it's formulaic, just like every other
Definitely.
Marvel movie. Like I think it's maybe over the top formulaic. Like, but I still think they make up for it in the character
my
and like
biggest thing-
the
my
sense
biggest
of
thing is like
humanity.
it's barely about Black Panther.
Exactly.
He's barely in the
that's
movie.
true.
Exactly.
He
Well, he
dies.
dies.
He
I
dies
know.
for
Like,
20
why?
minutes.
Dude, spoiler alert.
Everyone, you damn well know. You're in the
Oh.
theater. You know he's not dead.
Obviously,
so why are
you're
you
45
taking
minutes in? And it's like
the main character
Yeah.
away of this movie?
It was weird.
That's true.
That's
I never thought about
that
it
is
like
the dumbest
No,
thing.
it's more
Does
about
he even like learn
his
like
sister.
No.
what's his
and-
character
They
arc?
try
There is
so hard.
none.
There isn't
It's all
one.
about everyone else.
Like
it's
they
weird.
try so hard to be Lion King, which if they did, that would have been sick.
That's true.
But you stay
Oh,
with
you're
Simba.
So right.
You stay with Simba. The whole
You
movie.
don't-
Yeah,
So when he comes back, you see how he grows.
Yeah.
That's true.
Black Panther dies halfway through the movie, and you know he's coming
You
back.
get that
at the
one
end.
scene of him in the
Yeah.
like
Also,
the overworld
the
thing.
beginning's dumb because the twist makes no sense.
The
Like,
beginning.
yeah, you remember when they
his father.
Yes, they
Yeah.
should have played that whole scene throughout, so you know he dies.
What about his father? The first
His
scene of
father
Black
betrayed.
Panther.
He betrays him.
Yes.
But you
Yeah,
think it's
yeah.
the other
In
guy,
Las
but you don't
Vegas,
know that
right,
till
right.
halfway
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
That's dumb. They should know at the beginning. If you don't know what I'm
agree.
talking about, you
And
gotta
then like
rewatch
the
it.
families can't. Like,
And the third act
don't know.
of like most Marvel movies get killed by the third act.
No, and the animation was
The
Tush.
CGI rhinos.
CGI
CGI.
pretty bad.
The
Oh
CGI,
my god.
like
They really upped the
jumble.
ante for Infinity
it
War
was the
after that.
CGI
Even
jumble
the-
of Killmonger versus Black Panther.
That
where
was
it's just
terrible
like two
fight.
CGI gunks
Yeah.
like fighting each other, and you can't even
'Cause-
tell what is which. It's bad.
Because
that's
Wakanda
kinda
as a
bad.
like place was really
It
cool.
was
I think
very
it's well
cool.
done.
The music.
I think it's
is
one of the
great.
music's
things,
great.
The
Amazing.
costumes are amazing.
They do
costumes-
great with setting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Amazing.
But my favorite parts of those movies that movie is everything outside of Wakanda. The casino scenes are fantastic.
Oh, that's.
I hate car chases, but the car chases.
Car
are-
chases
is
they
are
made
good.
it. They made it
The
entertaining.
Killmonger scene in the museum or whatever's fire.
That is good.
Yeah.
You know what? You're kind of right, but like
It's
'cause
mediocre.
They
I
take
called it terrible
they
at
ta-
first. It's
They
mediocre.
take away from the Wakanda scenes with the CGI because
Yes.
you don't see as any like pretty much any CGI or almost no CGI
Yeah.
at all outside of Wakanda, and then you enter Wakanda and it's like CGI
and it
city.
takes you out of it.
And it takes you out and it makes you think about like the fact that this place like maybe can't be as cool because of
Yeah.
all the things that look fake.
Which I actually really hope this is a trope in superhero movies.
Yeah.
And I'm actually, and usually I don't like it, but I would really like to see it in this next movie. What's it? Wakanda Forever is the
Yeah,
is the
I think so.
is the second
Yeah.
one. You've seen this with Iron Man 3. You've seen this with
Great movie.
the Dark Knight
I think it's
Rises.
good.
The
Yeah.
when a superhero has so many resources, are they the same superhero when you strip that away and it's just them?
Yeah.
I love
you
when
have
they
that
do
with-
that stuff.
It was like
I do too.
Christian Bale did that with Batman when he was trapped in the pit
Yep.
in the third movie, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like what is like the core things of Batman, and like can he survive without a
all about
Batmobile
like
or without a
morale,
suit?
morale and like like yourself, like themselves, the
Can
character.
Tony Stark survive without his Iron Man? Like, is he more than just the suit?
Yeah.
Right.
It,
Which
it
is
was a little with Spider-Man 2, or they did that in Spider-Man
they
2
did. They talk about
Yes.
it.
with the Tobey Maguire movie, Spider-Man 2.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, yeah.
When he loses his power, it's the original like Superman movies did that. Like that was the original.
We were
time.
But I
talking-
like when that's well done.
It's
It's,
good.
really good.
But I think they need to do that. Wakanda is too powerful.
they could
I don't
take
think
over the world if they wanted to.
I don't think
Yeah.
they should destroy their vibranium, but I do think that in this next movie they need to limit it to really see, is he like are all these characters, can they survive on a
But
limited
the
amount
thing
of
is,
like, can they
but
win
the
the
thing
day with-
is, limiting the vibranium creates a huge plot hole in the movie,
rest
and
of-
it's like, if they limit their vibranium or something happens to it, like you got to think like people are gonna think why. Even if it
Yeah.
like helps
Oh,
like
yeah.
make the story better, they could explain the whole thing and it still would be like well that's like kind of wasted potential.
Well, I think it's got to be like because the Black Panther is still the Black Panther without his suit.
Yeah.
Shuri is still Shuri without.
God, I hope Shuri doesn't become a Black Panther.
She's gonna.
I don't think
It has to be.
I don't
her.
know who is. I don't think.
I'd rather have be any of those other girls. I don't know, like
You just don't like
Yeka.
She no. I would rather her.
Or
but I
the
really
guard.
think
Or wait.
it
the
won't
guard.
be her, but she's such a better character. Shuri's such a bad character.
Yeah,
She's
and
such a bad character.
But like, can the warriors warrior without the vibranium spears, or can they?
Yeah,
No,
like,
I get
fight
it. That makes
whole thing?
sense.
Yeah, I think it'll be cool if they do that. I really hope that it goes that way.
You said Iron Man 3 and without the suit, and we were talking before the podcast about our favorite Marvel scenes,
Yeah.
and one of my favorites has to be when he's going through that heist without the suit,
Yeah,
and he has all
with
this
all his
homemade
stuff.
stuff. So like
Yeah.
his little
the
gun.
the Christmas
Yeah.
ornament bombs
Like
and
Home
like all that stuff. I love that
That-
scene. We're just like
Yeah.
walking through the house doing all these things, and it's like that's him being smart and clever and like
Mhm.
being
Yeah.
an engineer without having the whole suit. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Or even earlier in that movie when he's like handcuffed to something and he has to fight this,
Yes,
The
the
fire
chick,
lady
the fire chick in that
with
restaurant.
nothing.
Yeah.
and he's handcuffed, and it shows that like he can. Like,
They do it
still-
really well in that movie. Does John Favreau do that one too?
Yeah.
He did. Did he do all three?
Yeah,
I thought.
actually,
I thought he did the first two.
He
I
did the
was-
first.
I was about to
two.
say I
Yeah.
think he didn't do the third one. I think he. only did the
He's
third
still very like he's John Favreau.
Damn, if that
He's
movie had a
great.
better villain.
Disney needs to.
That was that
Disney
He wasn't
movie-
a terrible
Once
villain.
again, that's another Marvel movie where in the third act it's like, what the poop?
Yeah.
Like, you have all these
True.
fire
Oh.
people attacking the president, which this was after Avengers 2. Why can't they be like, hey, Captain America, the president
No, it was
of
after
America.
Avengers 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, you said Avengers 2.
2, TOO.
Oh,
Either way.
my bad.
But,
I digress.
like, hey, Captain America, the president of America is under attack.
right. Well,
What the
that's why they have Colonel
Captain
Rhodes.
Patriot or-
Yeah, oh.
Duh.
Well,
Iron
either
Patriot.
way, it's and then
No, I know what you mean.
even better, the wonderful ending of the climax with Pepper Potts getting the fire
The
power.
fire
And then they
power?
never talk about it ever
And
again.
then
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, they do that so much in Marvel movies. They give
It's so weird.
like, oh, look at this. This person can do this thing.
Right,
and then it never
again.
happens again.
And they do it in the third movie, so the person never ever gets a chance
Yeah.
to like do it.
And then it's like, what the hell?
I will say her scene, her not even scene, her 2.5 second clip with Iron Man and Endgame was so fucking cool. Where they're both up in the
Oh,
air
with
in their
her
suits
as-
and they're
yeah.
like,
That's cool.
I
Yeah.
love that scene.
She is cool.
Dude, Endgame has so many satisfying moments,
Oh,
like
no.
just in those final
How
fights.
can you not? It's like the perfect finale, basically.
It's the perfect finale, but it's nothing close to the perfect movie.
No, dude.
Nothing
and if anyone
close.
says that's better than Infinity War,
No,
there's something
it's-
No,
I don't
I
think
never
so.
thought that, and it's never been a good opinion.
But it's
No,
like it's like no
Great
one,
ending,
no one likes the-
satisfying ending.
No one likes the clip shows, but it's a clip show, and it's great to see.
is
After
a clip
10
show.
years of watching it, you're like, wow,
I-
this is very satisfying.
True.
The thing is
true.
that I don't know what word to use. I guess they missed an opportunity to have just the Avengers
They did because they had
fight,
Mm-hmm.
that. Right.
say Thanos and the Black Order.
Yeah.
Like, just like I don't care about all these sorcerers. I don't care about the Ravagers, the Wakandans. Like, that's cool to have in the background,
yeah.
but the foreground right up
Oh,
here.
what, like all like 20 of them
Yeah.
just
Yes,
going
like
at Thanos?
like the 30 Avengers
Yes.
versus
Yes.
just Thanos, Collapsidian.
Yes, that
Ebony
would have
Maw.
been very cool.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm mad that we never saw like a full gauntlet.
wait, like the 30
Thanos.
Avengers or like the 6, the original?
I'm
Like,
t-
No,
like
no,
the
'cause
30.
original 6, it's like there's
There's
obviously
no
like,
way
no
they're
shot.
taking them.
But like,
Oh,
But like I'm
yeah.
talking
you do
everyone.
well. You do get cool scenes where you have
The
Iron
3 of
Man,
them.
Captain
Yeah,
America,
that
and
was
Thor
great.
against Thanos.
I
Those
That
are
was
cool. But I
the
know
best
exactly.
part about
I
that
get
fight.
exactly what you're talking about. Having it be like a totally separate thing, and then the rest of the
'Cause
fight,
I'm-
and then you can have all like cool clips of like all these people that are kind of background characters, like Wong and like
Yes,
the
exactly.
Wakandan like
The Wakandans
warriors, and they can
fighting,
go crazy,
Valkyrie
do some
even.
sick stuff. Valkyrie going crazy on these things, but it's like. They had the chance to make it like the Black
wish-
Order versus
Yeah.
like the 25 Avengers, and that would have
Yes.
been insane to watch.
I even wish in Infinity War they did that. Oh,
is that picking up?
Doesn't look like it.
sorry for the interruption, ladies and gentlemen.
Someone
But-
just full on lawn mowing their yard right next to us.
Lawn mowing.
Anyway, I wish that the Avengers fought Thanos before he got Vision Stone, so he had all 6 stones, other than or 5
Oh,
stones
5.
other than Vision's,
Yeah.
and like every Avenger was there, and he destroys them all
no,
and
but
still
that's the
rips
thing.
out.
That's
Visions.
how he won. It's
I know,
like,
but I wish they
yeah.
put up more of a I wish he didn't.
Yeah.
I guess it showed how powerful he was or whatever, but
I guess that's true.
Did you guys see that? You may have not seen What If, but did
I
you see
have
that?
not
I
seen
was
it.
the
the first
scene?
3.
Have you seen like the new? In the second to last episode, it's about like what happens if Ultron wins.
I heard that was the
I
best part.
heard.
And
I heard it was one of
It's
the best
good,
ones.
and he gets all the Infinity Stones, and he like takes Vision's body, and he has the Mind Stone,
yeah.
and it's Thanos comes out of like a portal. He's
Yeah.
like ready to conquer the world. He's got 5 Infinity Stones.
yeah.
Vision or Ultron
Yeah.
with the Mind Stone
Beats him.
cuts him in half, lasers him
What?
straight in half, and he folds over like a piece of paper. Like that's how easy it would have been if Vision wasn't disabled if he wasn't stabbed by
That's
that thing.
that.
It's so crazy.
That's the one bad thing about those movies is like the overpowered characters always
Get fucked.
get
No,
fucked
but they
over.
They
got
get
it.
they get nerfed.
But
Because
it
then the
doesn't
movie
make
would be
sense.
3 minutes long.
Yeah, because if you think about it, you straight up just like
Yeah. Would you rather go through the trials and tribulations and emotional?
I don't.
That's
I
true.
honestly don't
I
know
just-
if I
Endgame?
would.
I
Or
just
would you
like,
rather Vision just cuts him
like
in half?
what's his face like Corvus Glaive or whatever
Yeah.
the dude with the spear's name?
Who is that?
The
In
dude
the
with
Black
spear
Order.
who stabs Vision.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, okay.
The fact like he just stabs him once and then Vision can't do shit now, like that's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
He should have took a
Right.
way better beating. Like he should have ripped his arm off or something like crazy.
Mhm.
I don't know. Should have
Yeah.
been more drastic than I always.
I just hate that Scarlet Witch was nerfed for like 5 years.
Literally.
I
she
hate
could
it.
have snapped
No,
Thanos
yeah.
neck.
I hate it, but I'm glad that her
That
character
makes
is
sense. Like,
like,
oh, she
No,
was
she's-
discovering
she's
her
back-
powers.
she's
or
back
I'm
on
glad that
top.
her character has been developed and now she can
Doctor
be
Strange is
a top tier
too.
character.
Doctor, yeah.
He could have straight up cut off Thanos' hand.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
with
with
those
Teleported that
portals
portal
things.
and did what Wong did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
to,
That's what I mean. It's like,
But they do those things because then otherwise it
Yeah.
wouldn't be a good movie.
yeah, that's true.
We wouldn't have gotten time travel if they did that. Now we got time travel.
Touche.
Speaking of time travel, you need to watch Back to the Future.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Hugo, we need to tell you
Yes.
our story
Tell
from,
me
from
about
last night.
what happened.
Oh, well,
Oh.
first,
Welcome.
welcome to the
I was
podcast.
about to
Oh,
say, like,
yeah.
we even said welcome.
Hey guys.
Welcome back. Fourth
Episode.
episode. Thank you guys for staying and listening so far.
Oh yeah.
We really appreciate it. We've gotten a lot of good feedback,
Yep.
and we're going to try our best to continue making the podcast even better as we continue on our journey.
We want to do
Yes.
like Q&As with you, or like
Yes.
Yeah,
you send us
definitely.
questions and we answer them in a segment or something.
We're looking forward to that
We're
possibly
looking
for next
for more
episode.
guests.
Yes.
We want more people to appear.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right.
Should be good.
Now time for the story.
Let's go.
So we ride up. So we're going up to the school. Whatever. There's like it's me,
Pembroke?
JT, Pembroke.
Yeah.
Pembroke.
It's me, JT, Emily, Dominic, and Kira in my car. And we ride up there. We go in. We get in. Whatever. We sit in the stands, with and like the visitor section with like all like the parents and
Yeah.
stuff. Bunch more of the friends come through. Right. Sit with us. Probably like 30, maybe a little between 30 and 40 like South kids that like go to
Really?
the school.
That's pretty good.
I'd say by the end of the game, there's probably more than.
Yeah,
That's
that's like
pretty
what it
good.
started with.
It
when
started probably
So it was
before we.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was Pembroke's Pink Out Night, whatever. Their fan section is at the end of one of their end zones,
hmm
Dope idea.
and
Oh,
they all
that's
just
cool.
they all just stand there.
Dope idea.
Yeah.
And
that's cool.
It's pretty cool, but they were quiet as hell, like no chance, no
Really?
Letterman, no anything.
Ah.
No.
And
Even
so
cheer.
I think it was Luis, was like, "Yo, let's just go into their fan section, like all of us." And we were like,
invade
we were like,
the fan section.
we were just like, yeah.
We were like, why
so
not?
like all
This is the
40 of us
sweetest
get
fest
out of
up
the
here.
bleachers, walk right over into their fan section,
Yeah.
all giving us like funny looks because people were in like South merch. I'm dressed up as a. Did you see my outfit yesterday?
No.
I was dressed up like a cowboy.
But he was straight out of
Oh.
the ranch.
I'm gonna show you a
That's
picture of
right.
it right now. It's
Did you
literally
change when you got back from work, or
yes.
okay? No,
Yes.
I have not seen the picture.
I'm gonna show you one right now because it's so damn
The
funny.
Olive Garden.
Yeah, that was my fit.
Oh my god.
Literally, cowboy hat, flannel, white shirt, and Carhartt pants. Full cowboy, and I was like going crazy. I was like,
waltzed
You,
right-
and you guys were
Yes,
hype. You guys were doing chants.
we did chants
waltzed
in their
right
fan
in there,
section.
That's so good.
right next to them.
Right in
Yeah.
the middle, right
Right in
next
the
to them.
middle.
It was so damn funny.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, just giving us wacky ass looks and like all this other shit. And we
None
just
of us had any
stayed there the
show.
whole game. We were pushing this fan section so far up. Like we just
Yeah.
kept pushing like the piece of rope that was going across
Yeah.
further up to the point where like at one point
We were almost on the.
we were like I was slapping the goalpost
post,
to
yeah.
like make noise. And like
Jeez.
like I was slapping. I was like, yeah. We were going crazy. We were like basically on the field.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Cassius scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
And he ran to the back of the end zone and just stuck his arm out and high fived all
That's
of
so
us. That's
good.
how close we were.
That's so
and
funny.
it was so awesome. And why is my microphone so loud?
I noticed that. You're like.
I just got very excited. But
Oh wow.
it was a very crazy game, and it was so much fun. And as we were leaving, we were just yelling at these girls. Like, so there were some girls like when I walked in that were just like making fun of me, just like
Yeah.
out loud, just laughing at me because my outfit and everything. Like we were just going crazy the
that's
whole time. We were
hilarious.
walking out. We were like L Town, Pembroke's and
I literally
L-Town.
just kept screaming, "This is our town! This is our town now!"
Was there any
It was-
friction in
We're
the fan
yelling.
section between kids?
No, we actually got some Pembroke kids to do some chants like
yes,
with us.
That's
the
funny.
Pembroke
That's
kids were
funny.
traitors.
The
Like,
funny
they were
thing is-
generally scared.
Pembroke is like a bitch school because some kid walks up
The
in a
cuck school.
in a soccer sweatshirt and he's like, "Bro, I'm a soccer kid. Like, I don't care about football." And I was like, "What? Like,
Yeah.
Like,
that
you
does
still
not
go,
sound
You
very
still go
s-
nuts, dude.
That does not sound very school
Yeah, that
spirit
is-
of you." But
That's so
whatever.
funny.
Dude.
So we're leaving and we're blasting "We Are the Champions" out the car window to all these people like walking by,
Yeah.
like going home
Yeah.
for the night. And we go to Olive Garden on the way home. And everyone besides JT orders chicken tenders and fries.
I didn't get
at-
them.
What did you get?
I got fettuccine Alfredo.
Dude, I'd go with that too.
Hell yeah.
at Olive Garden, whatever. And you know how right next to Olive Garden is Starbucks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Dominic was like, should I steal that Starbucks sign? So it's like a little sign that they used to block their drive-through. It's like a chalk sign or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like metal. He was like, should I steal that sign? We were like, yeah. Go do it, go do it, go do it. As I'm on FaceTime with Bryce and like as I'm about to leave this place, I'm like, go. And Dom gets out of the car, runs for the sign, picks it up, and he's like wobbling it back to the car. He's like,
Is it like heavy?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Because
thought it
it's
was
metal.
a plastic sign. Like,
And
Yeah, metal.
it doesn't like
full
my
metal.
depth perception must have been messing with me. The sign was big. Like the sign was way bigger than it looked. So he grabs it and he throws it in the back seat of the car with Kira and JT.
Yeah.
And like he like drops the whole thing like on Kira. And I get in and we whip around to Colony Place. We like pull up in like a separate parking lot and he throws it in my actual back, so, like
Yeah.
the trunk, and then we leave. And dude, it was just so
That is
funny.
hilarious.
It was such a crazy night. We were chanting like the quarterback's mom's name, like to him. We were like behind one of the end
That's
zones,
so
so when they would
funny.
be on offense going the opposite way,
Yeah.
they would be back facing us.
Yeah.
So right at the start, like when they were close to the end zone,
Yeah.
we would be going crazy. Like
That's so
dude,
it was insane,
That-
worse than I'd heard any other people say. People like,
Yeah.
what were we calling one of the kids? We were calling him
So,
spaghetti. Like
Spaghetti
Bryson would
boy.
yell like,
Me and
"You eat your
Bryson-
spaghetti with a spoon!" Like all
Yeah.
this.
Oh, like what we
crazy
did at the
stuff.
baseball
Yes,
game?
Yes.
we literally started calling one kid. We go, "Spaghetti boy."
Me and
We were
Bryson,
going crazy.
We're going off.
Yeah,
I was
no,
calling
JT
out
was-
people
yeah.
by number.
JT was like, "88, you're a bum."
Yeah, I was like, I was screaming my lungs out. I'm like, 34, get to the gym, twig legs, screaming.
It was so funny.
And then I remember, so when we get a touchdown, we were at that end zone,
Yeah.
you know, for one of the quarters, so we'd kick the field goal that way. So they'd line up
Dude, it was so
right
Yeah.
there, like
Yeah.
10
Oh.
yards away from us.
Yeah.
And I remember it was number 45. He looked right at me. I go, "What the f- are you looking at, 45?
Dude, and the funny-
Look at the game!"
That's
Get-
so
The
I
funny-
kept yelling, "I'm in your head!"
The funniest part was that the refs are like setting up the ball and like
Yeah.
Yep.
standing at the goalpost to see if the
And
ball
we're
goes through, and we're
yelling.
just like, fuck you, number
They're like,
34.
34, you a bitch.
It was so funny. And the rest are standing like 5 feet away from us.
That's so.
Like
Dude.
we were yelling like in their ear practically, and we're like, "You're a bitch.
The-
Eat some spaghetti."
The quarterback goes down, and I'm like, you can't stop me from boning your mom now.
Dude, it
we're
was
just
so
yelling
funny.
at these
Oh
people.
my god! No
We're-
wonder they have no team spirit.
I remember,
yeah.
and then,
Dude, the kids were looking at us in the fan section like we were fucking crazy.
dude,
it was
if
so
I was
funny.
from Pembroke, I'd be like, oh my god,
we
these guys are
chanted. They
nuts.
did one chant.
it
and
was, overrated to Cassius, who ended up scoring like 3
Cassius.
touchdowns.
And then after that, he scores 3 more touchdowns. And we
Two more
just started
touchdowns for like
chanting
80 yards.
scoreboard.
Like he breaks off the
Really?
offensive line and runs the
He
whole
did that
field.
Wow.
Three times.
3?
the same play
That's
3
amazing.
times. They couldn't stop him.
They did it.
So they start yelling overrated, and we start just going scoreboard, scoreboard.
It was
That's
so
so
funny.
good.
And they wouldn't say shit. They
Dude,
did one
I
chant.
remember I was on Bryson's back, and I was doing I was whipping like the lasso because
Yeah.
I was a cowboy, and then while I was on his back whipping the lasso, all the Pembroke kids are looking weird at me, and Cassius breaks free from everyone, and I'm just like, oh my god,
It was
let's
awesome.
go!
Oh
And
my
I'm just going
goodness.
crazy, going insane, and then he runs into the end zone, and then I get right off Bryson's back, and right when they kick the field goal, and I catch it in the air, and everyone's
Oh
like,
my
yeah,
God,
and then
that's
I
so
just
cool.
spike it on the ground. I was
You
like, yeah,
caught
you
it. That's
fucking
awesome.
suck, you're trash. And then another time I was on Bryson's back, and this girl from Pembroke got on another
Yeah.
girl's back,
Yeah.
and started come over and like fighting me.
Like a chicken fight?
Yes, but like she stole my cowboy hat. Like
Like,
she took it off of
And
my head.
still,
Yeah.
does
She
still
took
have
it off the hat.
No.
Because
No,
Bryson,
we beat
Bryson
her up.
runs over. Bryson goes, doo, 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 with me on his back, and I took it back, and I was like, $100
good.
hat. Don't
Good.
fuck with me.
It was
That is very. That
Arguably-
sounds awesome.
as maybe more hype than our home games. Like
It was
Yeah.
so
it was
funny.
hype.
Well, because you didn't have the freshman there.
No, everybody who was
Fucking
there
freshman,
are
dude.
people at our games who actually
Yeah,
yell.
that's good.
That's true. Yeah, it was like the whole like full front like 6 or 7
And then
rows
those
of like people that
juniors,
are like usually there.
the juniors in the back who actually
Shout out
Yeah.
to the cool
Scream.
juniors that actually do shit.
Facts.
Holden
Yeah.
Lassich
Holden,
better be the,
Shout out to
Holden.
you.
he better be the Letterman coordinator
I
next
agree.
year
He better be.
I agree.
because he's the best one. Him and Timmy are both really good.
Him
Yeah.
and Timmy, we're just chirping.
Shout out.
Yeah, we were just chirping. We were chirping heads the whole time.
So fun.
That is really cool. Would they ever let us stand by the end zone at our school? then?
Probably, but like I like our like.
I like our
I do too.
sections.
Yeah.
I
But,
like
the,
our
but on the
bleachers.
field, that was really good.
It was cool, but like
but-
you can't watch the game as good, and you're not
No.
like you don't
Yeah,
have
yeah.
full vision of
You
the
don't know
field.
how far they
Also-
get and
and
stuff.
And you can't you can't
Ju-
do a whole lot of stuff.
Judging by how much near the fence, like the Letterman
Yeah.
quote unquote section.
Yeah.
Judging how bad that gets,
Yeah.
crammed wise,
Oh,
that
it'd
would
be
kind of
terrible.
blow.
Everyone would be crushing
Oh,
for,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
yeah,
front
It
row.
would kind of suck low key,
And it would be
but
terrible. I like our section because it's like it's condensed, but it's small enough to where pretty much everyone can fit. And the
Yeah.
people
Which
that
is
don't
amazing.
make it look
Yeah.
like it's packed.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it makes it look like our section is packed. Whereas
Yeah,
like
we
if we opened
lined
up
the
to like the
stairs.
like really lined up the
Yeah,
field,
yeah.
it wouldn't look as
That's
packed.
true. That's true.
So
wouldn't
yeah,
have a
we
lot of
like we
space.
literally like all over the stairs on this like of the bleachers, every row of the bleachers. It's crazy.
Nice.
That sounds cool.
It's very
Yeah.
cool,
it's pretty dope.
and it was a very eventful and fun night.
Yeah.
Olive Garden. Shout out to our waiter.
Olive Garden.
Absolute
What was
G.
her name?
It was his
It was a
name was
dude.
Steve, I think. He was like
Steve.
75,
Shout out
and
Steve.
he was the nicest dude ever. There's also a guy at the booth across from us that kept staring at us the whole night, the
He
whole
was-
time we were there.
Just had the
He
like
looked like-
biggest resting
He looked
bitch
like
face.
angry from Inside Out or whatever that guy's name is, the red one.
Anger.
Yeah.
Anger.
He like
literally
straight
was
up
like-
Were you
had
guys
just.
loud?
And the funniest part was his face was red.
No, we weren't
he
even
was
that
red.
loud. Like we were being kind of respectful.
Yeah, except for when Dom would hold up the chicken tender and be like, "It looks like a penis."
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. And when I ran down that hallway to get a picture of me in my cowboy hat.
Funniest thing, dude.
Hugo, I'm gonna show that to you right now because it's so funny.
That is hilarious. Oh my.
It's just me at the end of like an
the cross
an
legs.
ominous hallway,
That's
just
not
in my
even
in my
ominous.
ca-
It's an
no,
Olive
Olive
Garden
hallway.
Because
even like you can tell
It's
that's
so
an
good.
Olive Garden hallway, even if you never said it was.
we were just
That's so
sitting there,
true.
and I looked down the hallway. I'm like, is anyone else pissed off by this hallway? Because it was just like, it was like
He's not wrong.
eerie.
It
It was just like an eerie hallway.
Stupid hallway.
It is a stupid.
And Leo
Bitch
goes,
hallway.
"Yo, get a picture of me down in the hall."
so funny.
Get a picture of me
That's going to my next
conquering this
Instagram
hallway.
shit post.
Yeah, should be.
My mom got mad at me because I posted the Instagram shit posted
oh yeah,
bean shooter,
bean shooter.
in it,
Yep.
and she was mad because she thought he was being investigated. And
Is he?
I was like, no, he's not
Probably.
being investigated. He just has like a criminal record. Which I
He
mean,
probably
who
is.
doesn't?
What if Pauly Black is like an FBI informant who like?
Oh,
my
my
God.
god, plot twist.
New lore.
Oh
New
my
bean
god,
shooter
Pauly
lore.
Black. That's why he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
He has the right to remain silent.
he works for the FBI.
Oh my god.
He really has teeth.
I can't believe he has teeth.
No way.
Oh, it's so funny. I dude, when I was cackling to myself when I posted all those pictures.
They were funny.
For the context, I posted what are they called? Photo dump.
Photo dump. Yeah.
And it's just 9 pictures from like the past like month and a half of me just kind of like fucking around. And so there's a picture of me like holding a katana, picture of me in like a different cowboy outfit, me with
His
bean
multiple
shooter.
cowboy outfits.
Just a picture of Mr. McGinnis.
That's a bad dude.
That picture's
Shout out
so-
Liam.
Shout out Timmy Spiegel for taking that. Hugo, did I tell you how he took that?
Yes, you've told me like 5 times, and I laugh every time.
It's so funny. JT, I told you, right?
No, you didn't tell
Oh
me.
my god. He held the phone up at his waist and took a video and just walked by the classroom.
That's fucking awesome.
And by the time
Like
Mr.
Mr. McGinnis'
McGinnis
son.
like recognized, he was like, Timmy, Spiegel, and he just kept walking, and he got that beautiful screenshot out of it.
Of McGinn just standing.
Dude, I love it. The photo
Oh my
dump thing is so
God.
funny.
I
It
know,
is good.
I
I'm
kinda
late
wanna
to the
do one.
trend, and it's like I guess it's kind of like cringe now, I guess, but like.
No, it's funny.
I think it's
like
so
it.
funny, and I'm gonna keep doing them whenever I have a bunch of like shitty pictures.
I kind of want to do one.
They're
I like
hilarious.
it's funny because it, like people are like, Instagram should be less or more casual. Like
It
we
should,
don't
I
have to.
agree.
It should be.
Yeah.
And
That's
why
a
I
great
like
way
the
to
photo
do
dump.
it.
Fact, Instagram is like comparatively to other social media, so like formal if you think about it.
Very
Like,
Even still, I'm like, okay, I gotta post this, and then
Hey,
I gotta,
yo!
like, lawnmower.
Is
that
that the papa?
picking up? What the lawnmower doing?
Brief intermission as we look out the window at the
If
lawnmower.
that's the neighbors, are gonna be pissed. It's the
They're like
neighbors.
breaking
It's
a.
the neighbors.
They're like breaking a tree.
Do they realize you have to clean the lawn before you? They're like
I
just
doubt
running
it.
over the sticks.
Want to hear a
Literally.
funny story I have about my neighbors?
Sure.
Good thing we didn't film outside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That would have really sucked. Funny story about my neighbors. They rent their house out, and so
Really?
right at the beginning of quarantine, they had new renters, or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And Hugo,
Rentees.
you know about these people, but
Do I?
they were here for just about a year, and they had the cops called on them or the cops would just show up at least
Yeah.
twice a week.
Really?
Twice a week.
Oh my
I
god.
shit you not. The first
For
night,
what?
the first night they were here, the cops came 2 times in the same night.
Were they calling the cops?
Sometimes.
J-
Sometimes.
Wait,
Were
They were like crazy.
it's like they like try to kill each other and then
Not
cut one
kill
of
each
them
other,
off.
but they would beat the shit out of each other.
Really?
And I heard
Oh,
from my
that's sad.
friend who is a cop, or was a cop, for
Yeah.
the town of Plymouth, that the girl would beat the dude up way more than the dude would beat the girl up.
That's sad.
But like the dude was like a cokehead.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Jeez.
So it's like they were both druggies, and they were just trapping out
Yeah,
the
that's
home.
sad.
And there would be cars that would just come for like 5 minutes and then leave like all the time. Like there'd be some days where it would just be like a constant cycle of
They
cars.
just go there and they're like, "We know you're gonna call us, so we're just gonna tell you to shut the fuck up right
Dude,
now."
So
And
That's
funny.
awesome.
Like it was crazy, and there was like a rule I guess in the town where like if you were renting out your home, like you couldn't kick someone out during like
really?
during like COVID
Oh my
for a certain amount
god!
of
Of
time.
course, it
So
was
they
a
like couldn't even kick them out.
Yeah.
So they had to be there, and the lady would come up to the house and be like, "Hey, like the cops are coming a lot," and it's like. And my dad would be like, "Listen, like we're not calling the cops on you. Like we don't care."
Yeah.
And like, my dad would be like, "You have never done anything to us or our property or
Yeah,
anything, or to our kids or anything like that. So we don't call the cops on you."
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Well, like we're kind of in trouble," and he'd be like, "That doesn't mean it was me. Like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
still
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
do it."
Yeah.
And she'd be like, "Okay."
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
they,
She'd like
accuse
basically
him.
be trying
Yeah.
to be nice about it though.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean that house has people
That is
in and out
crazy.
like every other year.
it's funny.
Very funny story. And now the people owning the house. Well, I'm mad
Yeah.
because they said I could use their like driveway for parking whenever I needed
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And tonight we have the first ever Leo Shore Shaggin' Wagon Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl Bracket Tournament.
Yeah,
baby.
Very long title, but it's worth it.
think
And I was
it's
gonna
work in
use their
progress.
fucking parking.
But there's people there.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
I guess it does. The lawnmower.
I really hope not. I hope they leave because
It could be maybe the people
Maybe it's
across.
just the owner trying
it
to
could be my dad just
mow. I
on
don't
the
know.
side. I don't know.
The owner can now list it on Airbnb or whatever as like the #1 cop attraction. In
Oh,
Plymouth.
so true. Like
cops show up here all the time. It's so fun.
literally twice a week.
fun.
Like to the
If
point
you have
where,
an
like,
interest in criminal justice, this is the one for you.
it was so bad.
That's like the ads you get at the movies where it's like, want to get your start in the movie business?
Yes.
Clean up popcorn. At
Yeah,
Regal
I love
Cinemas.
that.
Shut up.
Do you want to
That's
get
so
your start in the
fucking
film
stupid.
industry?
That's
Come
dumb.
in,
Film industry.
Like-
fuck you.
no. Respectfully, stop.
You're better off taking all your money and just moving to like Hollywood
Oh,
Literally.
and just like trying.
Yeah, what
Straight
the
up.
hell are you gonna
Then,
do
like,
in a
getting a
Regal
minimum wage
Cinemas
job.
in Kingston?
Literally.
Yeah, how the hell is
Martin Scorsese walks through the door. He's like, I need one guy to star in my movie.
He's like, who's your best popcorn picker upper?
Dude, exactly. Like never,
You, sir.
never in like your life will that ever happen, especially in that like freaking Massachusetts.
They
I know.
they
like,
premiere
maybe go to
the
Hollywood and be a popcorn picker upper.
they premiere the new Tarantino movie, The Red Carpets at Regal Cinemas
In,
Yeah, he
in
shows up.
Kingston, Mass.
He goes, "Hey, I'll give a job to the person with the nicest feet."
Yeah. All right, everyone, take your
Fuck
shoes
you,
and
Quentin
socks off.
Tarantino's great.
Shoes
I'm
and
not
socks off,
saying
everyone.
He's bad.
Quentin Tarantino's great.
I'm not saying he's bad.
He
I
sucks.
love him.
He sucks.
I love him,
But he
Okay.
likes.
Bryson hates him.
feet.
Bryson hates all of his movies.
Him
Bryson
or the
won't.
movies? My favorite
what
movie
I-
is one of
I guess
his.
both.
You know what I?
But I don't really.
Django.
Yes.
Yes.
I like
Django's my
Django.
favorite movie.
I have 3 of his movies in my
he's
top
really
10.
good at endings, like satisfying endings.
So true.
He's just good at
Django's
making
great.
different movies.
Hateful Eight is
the
great.
ending
Does
of
that make
Pulp
sense?
Pulp
Fiction,
Fiction is just awesome.
Inglorious Bastards.
Yeah.
Still
Like,
refuse
dude,
to watch
they
that.
literally- spoiler alert, they literally fucking kill Hitler.
That could be one of my. Well, no, the ending scene of Inglorious Bastards could be one of my favorite
Oh,
scenes
when he's
ever.
carving
Ever.
his head.
When he's like, "What do you?" Like the callback to the, "You're gonna take off that Nazi uniform,"
Yeah.
and he goes, "Yes," and he goes, "No, you're not." Or
I
he's
love
like,
that.
"No,
Yeah.
yeah.
That
And
is
he goes,
so
I think this
sick.
might be my masterpiece.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love that.
And you don't even
Actually,
see it.
You don't
That
even get
is
to
so
see
And it
many
just-
good scenes. That whole movie, the beginning scene is
Dude,
incredible.
no, that's probably my favorite opening scene ever.
That one's amazing.
When they're
That's
in
pretty
the,
good.
the milk house.
Yeah, Milkhouse.
It's so sick.
The
Kubrick's my favorite director, though.
Yeah, I just haven't seen enough.
Tarantino's
I haven't seen
good.
enough
scene with
Kubricks.
the at
The
the bar.
three at the
yeah,
bar.
at
That's
the
like-
bar.
good. I
That's like
love
probably, like,
that.
the most long-winded scene that like I've ever
There's
watched.
so many
in a
scenes
movie.
That's
with
so
just
true.
the tension in that movie where the tension is just like
Crazy
so
high.
high. When the
Dude,
girl is
when they're
eating,
eating
the,
at the talking about the movie.
yeah,
Yep, and they have Zemo
yep.
as like the guy. I didn't recognize that was him until
I
very
know.
recently.
Yeah,
He's a pretty good
he
actor.
he is good.
He's very good in both of those.
He was good in
Yeah.
Cars.
And then he was in Cars.
He was the voice of
Why
like.
do you know everything
he was
about
the-
all the voices in Cars?
You literally love Cars.
That
We
is
just
true. I
discovered
do love
Hugo's
Cars.
secret fetish.
It was the first movie I ever saw. I think either in theaters or just the first movie I ever
Yeah.
saw. I love it. But he was
Good
he was
movie.
the German dubbing voice of Lightning McQueen. That guy.
That's
You've
whack.
seen the German dubbed?
No, I just know
Yes.
that. Like they
Oh,
just
you're
said.
Of course he
Oh,
did.
okay, okay.
No, I've not.
He was in
Yeah, I've
Germany
seen it
and
in
I thought
guy
you
on
were-
that
I thought you were-
TV.
yeah, he sounds great. Like you listened to the whole thing.
No.
You're like, what? So he's Lightning McQueen. Dude, did you know
Lightning McQueen.
voice actors in other countries for American movies, like they stay with their character, or no, with their actor. So if you're a voice actor for I heard this first from a clip from Jonah Hill and what's his name?
James
What is the
Franco.
other one? No, Jonah Hill and
the
the
little
weird
guy.
one from
Seth Rogen.
Scott
Michael
Pilgrim.
Cera?
Michael Cera.
Oh my god, that guy's
Jonah Hill and Michael Cera were on a podcast talking about this. How Michael Cera met one of his voice actors from,
Yeah.
like his Spanish one, let's say. And the Spanish voice actor was like, "Oh, I've been James Bond for 13 years and I've never met
Daniel
Daniel Craig,
Yeah.
or something along those lines. Different movie, different actor, whatever. But it's interesting that
Oh, I get what you're
one-
saying.
One
Like,
person,
Yeah, you'll
one actor,
stay
you
with
stay
it.
with the actor, which to me adds like that's kind of wholesome.
Yeah.
That they
It
do
is,
that.
Like
and at the
Leonardo.
same time, you're like, you
Like to them,
you
are
this actor.
You are Daniel Craig.
Yeah,
you
but then
are
to
Michael
Daniel
Cera.
Craig,
That's
they
so
have no
weird.
idea who the heck you are.
Right,
That's-
which
Which is a
the
little
whole
sad.
part
If
of
I was
never
a-
meeting them.
Like
Yeah.
A-list celebrity like that, I would gather like as many of
Of
those
my
as
voice,
I could
my dubbed actors.
and get one picture.
I saw
Oh,
a
that'd be really
fact
cool.
with, I think it was Danny DeVito in some movie where he learned like
Matilda?
the other language
Oh.
and dubbed it
Shut up,
himself.
Matilda.
Matilda is a great
I have
movie.
to find.
I used to be terrified of Matilda.
Why? Because she can move stuff with her mind. Like
I just
Scarlet
like was
Witch.
scared of that movie. I don't know why.
She can take
But
down
shout out
things.
Miss Honey was like, you don't know Miss Honey from that movie?
Miss Honey.
Was she
Oh,
bussin'?
she was like the cool teacher.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
bussin'?
Miss
yeah,
Honey
yeah,
is
yeah.
hot.
Yeah.
Like
Probably not anymore.
smoking.
She's probably like
She's probably
60 now.
yeah, but
70. I mean, it doesn't mean she can't be
in
hot,
that
I guess,
movie
but-
though,
doubt it.
humana,
Humana.
awooga.
Awooga, humana.
I can't find the fact exactly, but yeah, some guy like learned his. I think it was Danny DeVito. Oh, it was Danny DeVito in the Lorax.
Oh, that's cool.
The Lorax.
Oh, wait, he is the Lorax, right?
Yep.
I never
And
pieced that together
he-
until
He
you said
voiced
that.
his character in Russian, German, Italian,
Nuh-uh.
Valencian, and Castilian Spanish, despite
Wow.
not speaking any of these languages.
Oh,
That's amazing.
that's
Bro.
that's got to be one of like the greatest feats in like movie history. if he did
But
that.
but then all his foreign counterparts got screwed out of their
oh,
voice
that's
acting.
true. He just didn't want to pay his foreign counterpart.
Spanish Danny
Does he
DeVito
pay
got
them? I don't
pissed.
think he
Pissed.
pays them.
No, he doesn't, but someone does.
Maybe they.
I want to listen to that to see how good it is, though. Like, what if it sucks? It's like
Yeah.
El Bano.
El Bano
Well,
with like his accent.
Danny
Yeah, like-
DeVito, it probably would be like that.
The El trees.
Yes.
We gotta save.
Yes.
El Trees.
El
That's so
Trees.
funny. You could do a good Spanish Danny DeVito.
You have a great. You can be
thank
the.
you.
You can be the Spanish Danny DeVito dubbing in English of him.
What the fuck? No, I didn't understand a word you said after.
I don't
after
understand what I said
Spanish.
either. But if you can dub him trying
Yeah.
to be trying to dub Spanish.
El Spico for the trees.
El Spico. Are we being racially insensitive right now?
No.
No.
Maybe,
being
maybe since I brought it up.
Davinian.
Davidian.
That's my new
my
religion.
religion.
Davidian.
Look at us. It's funny because we've been being told recently that us three are just forming into the same person. Like how when girls hang out too much, they get their periods on the same day. People are saying that we like just tell the jokes at the same time. Like
Literally.
we're just
Like the
becoming the same
punchlines.
person.
We
Or like
literally-
I'll be talking with someone and I'll say something and then they'll be like, "Wow, JT told me the same thing."
I'm waiting for the day when I tell someone something and they say, "Yeah, JT and Hugo both
Both
already
already
told
said
me that separately." I'm waiting for that day.
That was so funny when Emily in the parking lot. I'm like, wow, jeans are really growing on me. And she's like, Leo like said the same thing a day ago.
Or it's funny when we have that one day when we all have lunch together.
Yes.
And we're with like tons of other people and it ends up just being us talking with everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone's observing. It's a live
We-
showing of the podcast.
Yeah, we gotta record those times.
Like
'cause
someone like we'll start off with like an exposition and then it will just go so crazy. It'll be like punchline.
and then
Like
it's just us and
like
everyone
quick
else
setup,
is like,
punchline. It's just us three, and it's like we're just building off of each other's jokes, and everyone's just sitting there like, okay, like we get
everyone's
it.
like, all right,
Like yeah,
new
speed it up.
story, dude.
Yeah, we stay on the same thing for like 8 minutes, just cracking a bunch of jokes on the same topic, and everyone just is totally over it.
They're like, dude, let's go. Come on. Lunch ended 20 minutes ago. Come on, dudes.
What?
Oh my god, it's so funny. I'm just glad it's you two that I'm slowly conjoining with. Eventually, we're
Yeah.
gonna share a body.
Thanks.
Yeah. Get ready.
Whose body are we choosing?
I have a hole in my
Definitely
chest.
not mine.
So not me.
Obviously not mine.
He's got a hole in his chest.
Mm,
What's wrong with you?
I'm short.
No, yeah.
I'm 5'6". You guys are both, well, like 6 foot,
We
5'11",
could
and
combine
6'1".
like the what's
Best
the anime
parts.
thing?
What
where
anime
they, like-
thing? where they touch
Yeah,
the
they, like,
fingers.
yeah,
they did a thing
combine.
over the shoulder.
Facts.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we averaged out our heights, JT, how tall are you?
I have no idea.
Like 6 foot.
I don't know.
They
either.
told me at the doctor
don't
that I was
know either?
5'10".
Are you serious? We have nothing to base this off. It's
only has-
not just 5'10".
it's only
For all we know,
5'11".
we could be the same
I
height.
know.
We'll say you're 5'11", you're 6'0". That would average us out to being like, I don't know.
I don't know. We'll just go
For
6
all we
feet.
know, we could be the same height. It could be our eyes deceiving us, and you could actually be as tall as us.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not your height. If we averaged our heights, we would be like 5'9". Because take 3 inches off of you, 3 inches off of you, and that adds 6. No, we'd be like 5'10", dude. We're huge.
Yeah.
If we can join, we're 5'10". Our average penis size is what you're like. You're like 8. You're like 8. So we average to like 4. And then, boom. Everything else is proportionate.
Boom.
And then we have a very small chest hole.
Yes.
We have 1/3
Just
of a
a little-
chest hole.
Yeah.
A little dip.
Brown hair, but we still got a little bit of the flow going on.
Yep.
And we're like the kid in a decom movie who's always running around because we like to do theater and also play tennis
And bowl.
and golf and do a podcast by ourselves at that point.
Oh my
Just talk to
God.
Just
ourselves.
talking to ourselves.
Would
Dude,
we be
for all I know,
Yeah,
you-
I was just about
I was about to say,
I
you
think-
two are real, right? All right.
Yeah, I think am I schizophrenic? Dude, I'm like editing this, posting it, and everyone's just like, yeah, Leo, like that's really
Leo, that's
cool."
awesome. You're two buddies.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not.
Why do you
real.
think
Yeah.
we look exactly the same? Like,
we all
you
act
just
we
don't
all,
have the,
we all
you
are
don't
the
have the
same
mental
person.
capacity to conjure two
different
my
looking.
chunks are loading in like about a year and a half. One of you guys will turn into like some buff Chad because I have
It's
no
gonna be
clue-
me.
I have
God damn it.
because I have no clue what to being friends with one of them is even like,
Yeah.
except for Bryson, of course. Bryson's a buff Chad.
Bryson's a buff
Yeah,
Chad.
he is.
Shout out Bryson. I know he's not listening to this.
He
So
is.
you know what, Bryson? I'm gonna call you a bitch. 'Cause
Ooh.
I know that you're not listening.
Yeah.
And we'll know if he is if he
If he
says,
says
"Hey, Leo,
anything.
fuck you."
Which, yeah, that is exactly what you would say.
We should do that. We should shout out random people and
Just
say-
start shit talking like a bunch of people right now.
or not even shit talking. Be like,
No,
You
I'm
know
I'm
what?
down to shit talk.
Benji,
I'm kidding.
Benji, I really like I liked your fit on Friday. And if he says thank you,
What was
then
he
can be
wearing?
like, I don't know.
I don't know, but
I
it
don't
was
remember.
trippy.
Will Gately, you're fucking trash at cornhole.
William, your ass at cornhole.
And I'm also gonna smack you in poker this weekend. If
The
it
back
happens.
of a public building.
Actually, I'm gonna smack you in poker last weekend. By the time you hear this,
Well,
If you're
by the
hearing
time
this
you hear
recording-
you got wrecked.
I just fucked you up.
You're
in
hearing this
poker.
recording.
My
You're
pocket-
on the streets
My
right
pocket
now.
aces absolutely murdered your pocket.
I
nine.
own your house.
I own your house. You want
Your
to
mother,
be a,
your sister, your father, all
Your
mine.
car,
all mine.
your dog, your bed,
Your
Your will to
girlfriend.
live.
I sleep in your
Your
bed.
girlfriend. Your fancy Notre Dame girlfriend. Wow, we're really
Yeah.
shitting on
Where's-
Will. I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Will.
Will.
We love you.
Yeah, we went too
But
far.
if you're not listening, then
then
get wrecked.
you deserve this.
Speaking of people not listening to our podcast, William Dafoe is in a movie called The Lighthouse.
Have you seen that?
No.
I
Oh,
haven't either.
GT of you.
No, I've never heard
Will-
of it.
Willem Dafoe and Robert Patterson,
And Robert
the new
Pattinson.
Batman.
Ooh, new Batman alert.
That is probably the movie
Schwad.
I'm excited for the most.
Wait, when is that?
March?
Okay.
So-
Because I have like all the movie dates for all the movies I
am
want to see through
so-
December.
I'm so excited for that movie.
The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse.
It's in black and
it's
white.
Black and white.
It's like
and
a
it's
dry
like a horror movie.
Is it about
Oh,
like
I've
that,
seen like the poster.
I think
for
it's
this.
like
Is it
these
about
people
the
going
classic
crazy.
lighthouse story where
What's
one
that?
of them like they both work at a lighthouse and it's just them two and then one of them goes crazy and like gets like,
Probably,
like,
because I
gets
think that's what
drowned
happens.
and then like they have to like hang like you have to like sit on a rock outside of like they die and they sit
Yeah.
on a rock outside of the lighthouse and because the like tides are so strong the
Mhm.
other one that's inside like can't like dispose of his body or do anything about it so
Oh.
he goes crazy because it's his like friend just lying there dead.
I don't think it
Have
is.
you, have
but
you
I-
ever read that short story?
No, but that's sad. Jeez.
It is sad. Have you ever read that short story? I've had to read it like 4
No.
times for English classes
Really?
throughout my years.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, shout out to English classes always making you read the same bullshit every single
Same
year.
short stories.
Yeah.
It's the
But
same
everyone's
shit.
is always different. Like I've never had to read that like multiple times.
I've been
know?
But
to-
you have your own that you've
But
read
I've had
Yeah.
to read
multiple
like fucking the yellow wallpaper and
Yes.
I actually kind of like the yellow wallpaper.
I
only,
like
I've,
it,
this
but
is
I
my
don't
first
like
time
reading it
reading it
every
though.
time.
This year it was.
there's another thing.
You know what I like? Are you Miss
I love
Peggy's
the
class?
lottery.
The lottery
The-
is one.
is that what you're about to say?
No,
Which one's
but
the- what
I was
one's
gonna say that would be a
what
little too
one's that?
schizophrenic for me. it's like
where
you get,
these people
you get like
say-
your name picked out of like not a hat, but like it's like old timey, but it's like you basically one random person's picked and they just get stoned to death in the town. And it's like a big thing. Yeah.
Did you read the Kapazi one?
Kapazi.
The interpreter of melodies.
Yeah,
That was good.
I like
liked
that
it.
one. I think that one's very interesting. That's the
Yeah.
first one we read too.
Yeah.
So it
and
kept. It was
good.
like I was actually intrigued because I wasn't just
and
like
then
trying to
the
get
other ones
to the
are
word.
like, meh.
No, the one about the dude who kills the whole family.
Good men.
What was
is
it?
hard to
Shining?
find.
Good men
The
are
good
hard to
men are
find.
It's hard to find.
Ooh, The Shining
And
is
the-
very
and
high
the-
on my watch
and the
list.
Bitch grandma.
Great movie.
Bitch grandma.
Yeah.
Shining. I saw on Letterboxd that you gave it like a 4-star and that you liked it.
Yes.
So
Like it. Good movie.
it was already on my watch list, but now it's very high up, and I definitely want to watch it before Halloween because I know it's like a
It's-
horror movie, but it's not really like
it's-
Halloweeny.
Yeah, it's my favorite horror movie.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't really like horror movies.
Do you guys want
Me,
to
I
hear?
just don't watch a lot. I don't
I-
think they have like the like a good story most of the time.
No.
Like I think especially new ones are
Modern
so
horror
dog
movies are
shit.
probably the worst
genre ever.
genre ever.
Here's the thing. I have seen maybe one horror movie in
Which
my
one?
entire. Remember when we were at Jay Gonzalez's house, and we watched Ouija, like the
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I
think
mean.
that's
They're
it.
so shitty.
Yeah, and it's shit. But that's the only like. I'm so not well. I kind of want to get into. I kind of want to watch like the classic ones, like
Yeah, me too.
like
Like,
Halloween.
Halloween
yes.
and
I want to
Street.
watch
Yeah,
those too.
same.
I've never seen them. I think I would like them because and I remember I didn't like horror movies because obviously I get scared. But
Yes.
it, like
Yeah.
what I really like and I want to get into more and like dive into is like the scariest part of a good horror movie should not be the scary thing. It should be like what it makes you think about, like what it talks
True.
about. in,
That's like The Shining.
like
is
human
very-
nature.
Like
Like,
a
that's what
movie
it-
such as like Children of Men, which I've seen bits and pieces of,
I
but
haven't
it's like
seen it.
crazy. But I know exactly what you mean. That's not really a horror movie,
Yeah,
either,
like-
but like psychological thriller.
I haven't
type
seen it,
thing.
but there's a Netflix show called The Haunting of Hill House.
I've heard that. I've heard
which
about
I've heard is incredible, and that like it's wicked scary, but it's like the scariest part is about like it's about like family dynamics and like how we change as we grow up and how like we can't be the same forever and like
Right.
and like how mistakes like change who we are and change everyone else around us, and it's really interesting.
it. Horror movies really just spotlight, like
Yeah,
should spotlight, I
like
guess I should
human
say,
like
things
yes.
like
nature.
human nature,
Which
new ones
like
don't
that.
do it all at all.
No, it's
No.
just like, ooh,
except
jump scare.
except for
Scary
maybe,
none.
except for maybe Babadook. I
haven't
actually
seen
like
that.
Babadook. That's a pretty decent modern horror movie. That one's
I've seen
interesting.
that.
But a lot of them are absolute dog shit, which made me excited for when I saw that Last Night in Soho is a psychological thriller /
Oh, is it?
horror type
That's
movie.
cool.
That's
Yeah, Hugo, have you ever watched Shutter Island?
No.
Have
No.
to watch.
I also haven't, so it's okay.
Shutter Island was Miss Gilligan's
I was
favorite movie.
about to ask if you know about that because
No,
James
Miss
goes
Gilligan.
off about
me and
that.
James were
Miss
so
Gilligan, like the high school teacher.
Yeah, like she in our class fiction and film.
You're in that? Lucky, I tried to get
No,
in.
it was poop.
Oh.
Don't. It was
I
bad.
remember James. Yeah.
She
What
had
did he say?
every movie we said. We were like, "This is my favorite." Like, every movie, she was like, "Oh, I haven't seen that. I heard it's good." And then, like every class, she would tell us that her favorite genre is psychological thriller, and that she likes Shutter Island.
So
And,
why
like,
would he
that
get
was
mad?
like the only movie she's seen.
I was about to say.
That's why. That's
Yeah.
why it was like that.
James
it's
is-
like, it's like she like watched that movie and was like, "I'm gonna teach fiction and film," and like that was
Yeah.
That's it.
That just shows how great of a movie it is.
I guess
Oh
I gotta
my
see it.
God.
It is
was
actually a
funny.
good movie,
Me and
though.
James laughed about it because like that was the only movie she saw.
Seriously.
We'd be like, "Yeah, I've."
Dude, were people in there
Oh,
like
I love
giving
Star
like
Wars.
normie like movie things, like saying my favorite movie was like I don't know, like High School Musical 2. Like, does anyone
Sort
say
of.
shit like that?
I don't know.
My favorite movie is Toy Story.
Like, Toy Story is.
Toy Story's
is one of the
fine.
best
Toy Story
movies.
3 is actually a
It's
fine
very
answer.
good. Yeah. If they
to
said Toy
say.
Story 4, I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
I never bothered watching
Me,
that
no,
one.
me either. I knew
It
Hugo
doesn't
would
do.
watch
It doesn't do
Justice.
Yeah, it's Toy Story 3 is where it should have ended.
Oh, 1,000%.
That was a great ending.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
I don't
It
know why
doesn't-
they'd continue that.
It was
I
like
still-
beautiful. Like I cried in theaters when I watched it
me
when I was like
too.
5 years
I
old.
cry every time.
I cried
watch
like
it.
tears of like
Lotso, the perfect
Sadness.
villain to a toy movie ever.
yes, he is.
And then the
Lotso.
idea of like growing up and like your own
And moving
mortality
on.
and like
Like,
Oh, that's a beautiful
moving on.
movie.
It
It's
is.
good.
And it's
It
about
is a beautiful.
toys.
It's amazing.
yeah, it's
Beautiful.
so
Toy
good.
Story 3 is like
Same
I said,
with-
a fine
well,
answer.
Toy
for saying
Story
it's your
1
favorite
is
movie.
like that too. It's like
I like
it's
Toy Story 1
change.
too.
Like how, like, can you accept change? Like Woody with Buzz. And he's like,
Friendship.
yeah.
Wait, we should make that the new intro. Just us singing the Toy Story song.
I know our trio now.
What? Oh,
Who's
for
gonna
this
be Jesse?
episode. I'll be Jesse. I don't
Okay.
care. I'll volunteer. Emily gave me a big long list of like things that we
Okay,
should be.
nice.
Or she didn't send me it, but she told me all of them. And one of them was Charlie's Angels, which I thought was funny. She said the guys from Superbad.
Oh yeah.
She said we could be Chandler, Ross, and Joey,
Yep.
and also Rachel, Monica, and Phoebe from
1 week.
Friends.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just change it.
I've
Yeah.
never seen a single episode of Friends.
That's kind of, I can't even lie to you, kind of a shame.
I refuse.
It's you gotta see it for the culture. It like to
It
know.
is, it's
I
so for the
refuse.
culture.
To
For
know
me,
each character and what they are like, but it's not
You
one
wanna
of the
know why
best
I hate
shows.
Friends?
no, it's not one of the best shows. For me, it's
Why?
just the nostalgia.
because
It gives me nostalgia. I never felt.
Nickelodeon would play every night. It'd play Full House. I love Full House.
And then it would
It'd
cut
play-
off Full House
yes,
for.
It'd play Full
Friends.
House until 9 o'clock, and then stupid Friends would come on, and I'd get pissed.
Yeah.
So I have,
But
like,
I get
beef.
that. I get that.
That's funny.
I
I've seen
also,
clips,
I
obviously, of
Also,
Friends.
I also
Did
love.
you guys
Full
ever
House.
get,
God,
like-
Full House is so.
I remember when
Great.
like Cartoon Network would end and it'd be like we're going to Adult Swim and I'd get like scared and turn on the TV.
Yes.
I'm like, nope, I'm done.
Change that shit.
Like King of the Hill when I'm come on, I'm like, ah, like turn it off.
So funny.
I thought like scary
I
stuff.
didn't watch a lot of Cartoon Network when I was younger, but yes,
Me-
I do know. I do know that feeling from the couple times that it happened.
What's your favorite childhood show?
Oh God.
Phineas and Ferb.
Like from when I was a child,
Phineas and Ferb,
shows.
hands down.
I
It's
mean,
just so good.
It's
I
so
was
hard.
telling-
There's so many. Like
You earlier, but Fairly Odd Parents is probably
Yeah.
my favorite.
I was like a big Disney. Like we watched a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
Disney
me too.
Channel.
I did too.
Me
Like
too.
The
I-
only thing I watched on Cartoon Network was SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents.
SpongeBob's and Fairly Odd Parents and Nickelodeon though.
That's what. That, oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
that's-
I
what you
fucked it
meant.
up. That's
I
what
know
meant.
what you mean. I know what you mean.
I watched more. Disney.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. I watched SpongeBob. I watched. Oh well, like Teen Nick was kind of a banging TV channel because they had a bunch of good shows. They had Zoe 101, iCarly,
Oh, Drake and Josh.
Victorious.
I never
even
saw
getting a
Victorious.
little older.
Stuff.
Those
Yeah.
are all honestly. pretty
iCarly's
good
fire.
shows.
Sam and Cat.
Shut up.
Ew.
That show sucks, dude.
That was like 2 years ago.
Jesse. That's Disney Channel, I know,
Yes.
but
The
still.
Disney Channel, I remember like
Disney used
those
to have good
shows.
Hannah Montana was busting when I was like
yeah,
4, 5, 6 years
but
old.
I had no idea what the hell was going on. It was good.
Yeah, facts.
Wait a second.
But I didn't have the ability to process words told to me on a screen.
I did like that.
I just
show.
saw visuals. It was great.
What?
But yeah, cartoons. I think Phineas and Ferb is
Kick
just,
Butowski.
like, the best.
Oh, shut up.
You know,
That's
Leo,
Disney
you
XD.
strike me
Yeah.
as a big Kick
Disney
Butowski
XD.
guy.
I wasn't. I did like
XD was
Fish
so
hooks.
funny. Fish hooks.
Remember that stupid ass show?
Shit.
Oh
Shut up,
my
Fish hooks.
god.
Oh my god, I can hear myself think.
Damn lawnmower.
Fish
turned
hooks
off.
was so funny.
Fish hooks are so shitty.
It was like.
Um,
Oh,
What's your
man.
guys' favorite TV shows ever? Because I have like an ongoing list that I have, and it's like I'm so like pretentious about it, and then people hear my choices, like my top options, and they're like, meh, like, you know what I mean? And there are still a lot of great TV shows I've never
yeah.
watched, such as things like Peaky Blinders, Breaking Bad. What's like the other, The Sopranos,
yeah,
Um,
just great TV.
shows that are obviously great TV, but from the things that I've watched, I have certain shows that I am like in love with.
Yeah.
And like certain characters that are like my comfort characters for things.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know, what are you guys' favorite all-time TV shows?
For me, like sitcom wise, Seinfeld definitely, and
Fire.
Community are two great ones.
Mm.
Community's awesome because like as someone who likes movies and like I like a ton of different genres of movies, they do this thing. I don't know if you know, like they like some like every episode's like a different genre of like film or movie.
Right.
Like they did an entire action movie sequence with like a paintball game at this community college
which is, by the way, that's what got the Russo brothers the directing job for Winter Soldier.
That's awesome.
I did know that.
They were
That's
like,
awesome.
They were like, these guys can do action
Right.
from a paintball episode.
Is it awesome?
It's awesome.
Really?
And then like the next season they did it, and it was like all wild. The paintball episode was all Wild West themed. They did a whole like
That's
mafia.
sick.
Wait, that's the show with Donald Glover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a whole mafia like style episode where like they take control of like the chicken production in the cafeteria and like control the school because the chicken nuggets are so good. There's like a space episode where they're in like this Kentucky Fried Chicken space simulator that was in like the
I've
Colorado
heard.
Museum.
I only know about that because it was a meme right when KFC announced like their gaming console.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, community predicted the
Yeah.
KFC gaming console.
And it was like
That's
it was like
awesome.
this exhibit that KFC paid for in a museum that they're trying to drive to the school, and it's like played like a whole space movie. It's so good.
So,
That's
But
actually a
that's
really
just
good
aw-
idea.
Yeah, it's
for a
so
show.
funny.
it's like a
that.
show of movies.
Yeah, like every episode they have like a whole like thriller, like conspiracy, like thriller episode about a class called Conspiracy Theory, where they're like, he made up a class called Conspiracy Theory, and then it turns out it's a real class, and it's this whole conspiracy theory about how the conspiracy
If it exists,
class exists.
that's actually hilarious.
It's so funny.
That's
very cool.
awesome.
So wait, where can I watch this show?
It's on Netflix.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
great.
I'm
I
gonna
didn't
the
know Katie's
first-
on Netflix.
Is it?
It takes a little, like a few episodes to get in the groove, but
Makes
it's
sense.
really good.
I was gonna ask.
All
Is
shows
it? Is
do.
it more like? Is it a narrative, or can I just watch a random episode?
You gotta watch the first, like, see how they meet, and once
Okay,
again
that
get
makes
the
sense.
character. Each character is its own thing, and you gotta like
Recognize that.
Okay, yeah.
see how they grow into. Which is a thing with like sitcoms a lot. They'll like the characters will grow into like a, almost like a caricature of
Yeah.
themselves.
So
to
true.
the point where like
Like Peter Griffin.
yeah, or like Joey and Chandler, like actually everyone in Friends kind of like.
Friends did that. So that's so
Like
true.
towards the final seasons, they're just like one word character. Like Joey is dumb and Chandler is funny, and like that's it. And like they all like instead of like
Yeah.
you know.
I just like
Um,
Friends is like a show that I will never say that it's a great show,
Mhm.
but whenever someone bashes it, I will always defend it
Yeah.
because to me it's like
Well, let's go to war right
the
now.
nostalgia factor, and it's just like personal opinion. This is one of those things where it's like I'm all about what was it, subjective art or objective
Yeah.
art?
Subjective.
Well, art's subjective,
Art is
right?
subjective,
I'm
yeah.
all about objective art.
You think art is objective?
No,
Oh.
but I'm all for the fact that like
What?
if a grand like
Oh, I
if
get
the,
what you're
if
saying.
the greater of people think that something is like amazing
Objectively.
Oh, then it's probably
and you
good.
think
Like,
and you
shit's-
think it's shit, then like
Yeah.
you're probably wrong.
That's true.
So you.
That's a good way to
I
look
say
at
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that.
I say that.
yeah.
Yeah. But like so. What were we
Yeah.
talking about? Friends.
Yeah.
So Friends is one of those things where I think is very
Yeah,
subjective, where I don't
Mm.
think that everyone's gonna have the same opinion on it.
Yeah.
That's one of
Yeah.
those things where if someone else hates it, that's fine. I don't care. I will defend my own
Yeah.
like for the show because I've watched it through like 3 times,
Mhm.
but I haven't watched a single episode since probably freshman year.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's it's like the nostalgia factor for the time like I never had, but a time I had at the same time. Because it like brings me to like late 90s, early 2000s, but I watched it in like middle 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
2 types of nostalgia in one.
my favorite show ever is Game of Thrones.
Mm.
Oh.
I know
I need to watch that.
you need to. You would definitely like it.
I watched the first 2 episodes, and then my free HBO trial
The
ended
it
the
sucks.
a
first.
year ago. But
It's
now I'm gonna
extremely
start it
long,
again.
so
I know.
it is hard to do. But it's just like the story. The books are definitely better. Like
Have you read them?
I listened to the first book.
Okay.
Really?
And
That's cool.
there's not a lot of change. Like the basis of the story is the same,
Mhm.
but they do minor things that build the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you guys know the whole like thing like about how the guy who wrote the books, George R. R. Martin,
Yeah.
He's
Like,
behind.
doesn't write the
Yeah,
books.
yeah.
Like he just stopped. He said,
That's
"Screw this."
so funny.
But HBO wants to make money.
Yeah.
So they made the last like 3 seasons of
Yeah,
that.
and I heard that's like
And
the
they're
downfall.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I
Like
heard too.
I recommend. I'm not even joking. I don't care how badly you want to. If you watch Game of Thrones,
You've said this.
don't watch the last season. Make it up in your brain.
You
I'd
said,
go
you,
as
said you
far-
guarantee that will be better.
It would be
than
better. I
That's
guarantee
so
you, both of
funny.
you could write better
That's
endings
so
to that
funny.
movie. I would go as far. Don't even watch the 7th season. I don't mind it, but lots of people. It does fuck the story up a lot
Interesting.
because it just like with movies, especially with TV shows, they build this set of rules that the world has to follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you break the rules,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't work. Like Game of Thrones, this isn't really a spoiler, but it subverts your expectations so much.
Yeah.
So when you become like when you realize that you're getting your expectations subverted and they try to subvert the subverting of your expectations
I'm following.
and they like try to write it like that, it does
Yeah.
not work.
Right.
Okay.
It's like right.
Like
Fuck you.
they're like they just do dumb shit that like shouldn't happen. It's like, oh well, we were trying to subvert your expectations, and it's like,
Okay.
no, the
Is it
story's
similar
written
to,
so
like-
this happens at the end, not so this thing. I'm trying to not spoil it.
Like in
I
some
know what you
cases, like the predictable ending is the best ending.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
True.
it might
True.
because it's predictable because they're building it up.
Because that's
Right.
how a story
That's
works.
how a story works. But when they throw it off and they throw this curveball at you, it's like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
You just killed this show right here. But it is a fantastic world, fantastic show. The visuals are so good. The characters are great.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
Right.
sad. It subverts your expectations to a degree that's good.
I've talked a lot about Friends, but it's not in my top 10 favorite shows.
Really? What's your
So my favorite show, I want to talk about two of them because my number 2 is too good to not, for me to not
Yeah.
talk about when
Yep.
we talk about this. My number 1, my favorite show ever is BoJack Horseman.
Never.
And I love it so much because the way that they take an adult cartoon and they use it to talk
I
about
know it's
such
real.
serious
It's like
things.
a human condition type.
It's
type-
very
yeah,
human
yeah.
condition. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It talks about things like like depression, drug abuse,
yeah.
alcoholism, childhood like trauma and everything. And
Yeah.
it takes these things and it makes it enjoyable to watch in a way where nothing ever feels overbearing, but you feel it.
Yep.
And they take this world that they created that's like humanoid animal type things where it's like they got like the body of a human, but it's like there's always some, so like there's a cat character and like she
Yeah.
has like a cat face in her, but like they walk on 2 legs.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
all these things, and it's animated, and like the animation is great. It's simple. It's a great, like, the comedy is very funny. I cried laughing and cried
Crying. Yeah.
watching this show, and I just like can't get
Yeah.
enough of it. When I watched it, I still haven't watched a new show since I finished it, and it's been about 6 months. I can't get myself to because I loved it so
Because
much.
it's so good.
It's so good.
I-
It happens to me
yeah.
after
Yeah.
every time I watch a show that
That's
is
so
very
true.
high
That
up
happened
on
to
my
me.
list.
I always rewatch it. Like I remember
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. I finished it,
Oh,
and I straight up just rewatched it again.
Right, because
Right afterwards.
That's almost what I
Because you
did,
can't
like,
escape that world. Like you
Right.
can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Until you like
And
are
I'm
in.
finally starting a new show now, which is
Which
Cowboy
one?
Bebop,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is supposed to be like the best anime ever. But my number 2 position is held by
I know what you're gonna.
Avatar: The Last
Yep.
Airbender, because the world building is the best in any show I've ever seen.
Really?
Unless you count The Mandalorian, which, I mean, the world building in Mandalorian is great, but it was created way before. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's not just The Mandalorian
Yeah.
that did it.
Yeah.
The world
That's a
building is
fantastic
amazing.
show.
The conflict is great between like the good and the evil, and like which is what. And this show, it's all about their character arcs. So each
Yep.
character is super focused for the 3 seasons that it has, and it's so awesome because the last 5 episodes, they basically take the last. It's so okay. The way they do it is before a big event, they'd always have an episode that would be like very laid back and chill. So I'll give you like the rundown for like the final 6 episodes of the show. Basically, 4 of them, like in a row,
Yep.
were not the main character Aang. It was all like his side character finishing their story arc,
Yeah.
and it was all about them. Like the whole episode was about them, and it was them getting closure, doing this, doing that. The second to last episode is like very. It's basically an episode that retells all the stories that have happened in the show so far, because it's like
That's
there are
cool.
things that are
Yeah.
happening in this world that are like
Yeah.
being told around,
Yeah.
and then in the end like they make up the fight that's actually the finale, which is him going, it's like the fire bender, like the main fire
Yeah.
bender, and they make it up, and it's like they make it like Aang dies.
Okay.
But it's like a play. They're sitting at a play
Oh, is
watching
it?
themselves
Oh.
on screen.
Okay, that's
so
cool.
it's like it's supposed to be like a funny, like laid back, like
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's
take
like
the tension off episode.
okay.
And then the last episode is absolutely
It's the
insane.
actual one.
The actual
That's
finale. And it's really cool how they close it out with the character arcs and then with something to take the tension off and then to build the tension back
Yeah,
up.
that is
That's
nice.
Super cool.
You like Game of Thrones then?
Is it
'Cause
like
that's
that?
yeah, it does like similar. It focuses, it jumps from character to character,
Right.
and they all have their arcs.
Right.
They get destroyed at the end, so don't watch the end. Make it
Yeah.
up and stuff. And then they do the tension thing,
Yeah.
so you know shit's about to hit the fan because
Right.
it's
Yeah.
like down here. You
Yeah.
know.
It's
That's-
a calm before the storm type
Exactly.
thing.
That's something I really
I
like.
might have to
about-
watch Avatar then.
It's easy watch. 20-minute episodes, 3 seasons, 20 episodes each.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
oh,
fine.
yeah, that's
so
good.
easy. And BoJack Horseman is an even easier watch.
What's
where it's
that on?
Netflix. It's a Netflix
Oh.
original, but it's
It is-
widely
It
widely
feels like a
seen.
Hulu.
It's widely seen as one of the best shows. Like
BoJack, I've heard
ever.
it is.
it's 12. It's 25 to 30-minute episodes, and there's 12 episodes a season, 6 seasons.
No,
so
it's not bad
also
either.
a very easy watch.
yeah.
And both of these are very like you can just sit there and just watch it. Like you don't have to focus extra hard. They're very accessible but very awesome. So yeah, I do want to let you know though, BoJack Horseman every season gets better. The worst season is season 1. The worst episode of BoJack Horseman are season 1 episode 1, season 1 episode 2, season 1 episode 3.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
why consensus?
A lot of
Shows are like that. I know.
Yes.
But I just wanted to
They
warn you
start
because
off-
that's
yeah.
like I hate it when I'm like, yeah, you should watch this show, and then
Yes.
like, I didn't like the first episode. You're like,
It's like
'Cause
you
it's-
have to
yeah.
Well, that's like it's funny because
keep going, please.
We say that and I agree, and then anime fans are like, you have to watch the first 6 seasons.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yes.
Like it gets better. And
Yeah.
it's like
That's
dude,
like
That's
too much.
that's how I
How do you
sounded
do that?
when I over quarantine. I made my family watch all 11 seasons of Star Wars shows. Not
Oh.
all of them, but I like went through the highlights of the Clone Wars and Rebels. I made them watch all of it, and they got into it. They loved it. Like they loved Ahsoka. They loved
right.
They really like Kanan from the Rebels.
I like
crew.
Kanan.
He's great.
He's cool.
They loved Rex and everyone, all that, yeah. But it was like, and like the beginning of the Clone Wars is so just tush. Like the Clone Wars first few seasons, like
Right.
the animation's bad, the stories are lame. So it took a while to like, yeah, you just gotta get past the first like
I know.
10 episodes that we watched.
That's
and
what's
then-
hard about recommending TV.
Yeah.
True. Very true. Recommending TV is a lot harder than recommending a movie
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely.
or music.
Yes.
It's like you can't just be like, bro, just
Music's
listen to
the
the first half of the album. It picks up.
Music's
Like-
the easiest I'd say to recommend to someone.
I
Yeah.
agree because there's more accessible music
Exactly.
than accessible movies
Yeah.
and TV.
And it
That's
takes
To a common
it
listener.
takes
And-
less to
yes.
view, not
And
view.
Yeah.
and less time.
And there's
Which
more
is- that's
stuff
what I
to,
mean.
also very
which
important.
is yeah, and
That's
there's
why
more
TV
stuff
is
to
so hard.
appreciate.
Yeah.
Like a music listener, like it does, you can maybe not like the lyrics or not like the beat, but like I don't know, the trumpets in the background you can like absolutely love. So then you'll
That's
listen to it.
very
Like
true.
it's
Yeah,
like,
you like this
or, like,
one
you like
verse.
the message of it. Yeah.
Yeah, the chorus.
Which
or
you can say the same for movies and TV, I guess. If you like the lighting or you like the.
I don't know if you could sit through a whole
cinematography.
movie though with like,
Just for that, right?
For
Like you can watch it and be like,
cinematography, you
you can watch it and just be like,
Cinematography as a whole, yeah.
be like, I don't like it, but I
Maybe
like
not
these.
I
lighting.
don't like the story, but the visual is
I'm,
so
yeah,
good.
I'm not
No,
gonna sit through a
I-
movie for sound design, but
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think the first time someone watches it though, if they're like, I don't like the movie, but I like the lighting. I think it's weird if you come back and watch it a second time. You go, I'm just watching it for the lighting.
oh no.
Like
Yeah.
that's a little weird.
That is
but the
weird.
first time you watch it, it's okay to critique that.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Do you guys like when I rewatch a movie, I will skip the parts I don't like.
Huh.
I straight up fast forward. Every time I
Sometimes.
watch Guardians of the Galaxy, I
Yeah.
skip past the opening because I can't watch it.
Why?
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
it's
'cause
sad.
it's just his mom dying.
I
Oh,
can't
that
watch
part.
that.
That part. I think you meant the
No.
opening of him like singing and.
No,
Like,
no, no. I like.
For
Well,
the
sometimes if I get bored, I'll skip that. Pirates of the Caribbean. I skip until Elizabeth wakes up.
Yeah.
I
No, yeah, because you're like, I've
I-
seen this. Get to it.
exactly.
I can't see that, but then there's also scenes when like, I think scenes at the beginning, like exposition,
Yeah.
is like that. But
I
then
would never-
scenes, like intense scenes that maybe aren't the most exciting, but they're like super crucial, or maybe
Yes.
like they can be exciting, but it's not like action packed. I still want to watch.
Yeah. Same. I'm
Like-
just saying. There's.
Like that scene with Elizabeth and Barbosa talking in the
Oh, I'd never
eating
skip
dinner.
that.
That's like it's
Yes.
not a lot's going on, but it's
No, I
still
agree.
so
There's just,
good.
Like I feel like a lot of people are like, why the hell would you ever skip parts of a movie? And it's like,
Mhm.
well, it's just like, you know.
Yeah, and if you've seen it, like,
Yeah,
whatever.
I would.
No, keep going.
I just basically like the movies that I always like. You have to start from the very beginning of Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
I would never
Yeah.
skip that title crawl.
No, oh, never.
Never. Even though I don't even, read it.
I don't know what
anymore.
it says.
Right. I fucking forgot what I was gonna say. No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck.
I thought I did. I very rarely rewatch movies unless it's with someone that has never seen the movie.
I have
So,
a
it's-
small set of movies that I'll rewatch, but nothing.
Yeah.
I
So
rewatch
I, like-
movies all the time.
Yeah, I know you like fall asleep watching the movies,
That's
like
true.
watching movies that you've already seen, all these things. It's like it makes it so that
Yeah.
you see these things. You know what I mean? But when I rarely watch movies over again. So unless it's with someone, like
Yeah.
one of you guys or my girlfriend or like my family. So it's hard for me to like
Yeah.
skip
Yeah.
the parts. But like after I'm not. Never mind.
But
All right, fine. After I watched Whiplash, when
uh,
I literally went to Emily's house the next day.
Yeah, and made her watch
Re-rented it.
Yeah. Oh, re-rented it?
Like, well, I guess I went 2 days after then.
Yeah.
Re-rented it
Yeah.
and watched it again
it's awesome.
That's good.
because
No, when you
I
see
won't
a
say
good
anything about it.
movie,
No, you can.
you have to watch it again.
We
like how
give
I
him a
showed you
hard
Porco
time.
Rosso a
Yeah.
week after I watched it for the
Exactly.
first time. I was like,
Because
we
that's
gotta
all you're
watch
thinking
What is that
about.
on?
Is like,
this. HBO Max.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
all of the
So
the
good.
Studio Ghibli movies are on
Really?
HBO Max. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh,
Or
I
at
wanna
least
see
all
some-
of the Miyazaki ones,
I
which
wanna
is like
see some of
11
those.
of the 20 are Miyazaki.
JT, did you see Star Wars Visions?
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like the first 3. They're really good. The first one is great. The animation is so
I like that
cool.
concept. I just haven't got around to.
Yeah.
to
No,
watch
I barely have time to. I watched like they're like 15 minutes, so it's
Yeah, it's not
pretty
bad.
quick. But
I've been trying to like just watch one episode of Cowboy Bebop like before I go to bed every night,
Mhm.
just to make it a routine, but not make it like overbearing. Like they're 20-minute long. It's anime. It's like a 20-minute long episode. And it's like I can sit there and I can put aside 20 minutes every night to
Mhm.
watch it, and that's something like that is good. You know.
yeah.
Wow. Well, this is our longest episode. I mean,
Every episode
barely.
gets slightly
Yeah,
longer.
we got a
Yeah,
little
we get-
long. We got
we
more.
get-
We're more comfortable on the mic nowadays.
Very
Yeah.
true.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for listening.
Yes, thank you.
Keep your eyes peeled for some audience interaction for our next episode. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, comment.
And ring that bell.
Comment
And ring
what your
the
favorite
notification bell.
takeout order is. Comment that.
Yep.
All right.
Cool.
Thanks for listening.
Peace out.
Goodbye.
Peace.